You're listening to WTJU Charlottesville. The 2nd Street Gallery is currently showing 2 complimentary exhibitions. For Arts This Week, we spoke with some of the curators and artists involved in both of the shows.
I'm Kristen Chiachia. I'm the Executive Director and Chief Curator of 2nd Street Gallery.
Hi, I'm Benita Mayo. I'm one of the founding members of the Charlottesville Black Arts Collective, which is hosting the show at 2nd Street.
And my name is Eze Amos. I'm a photographer here in town.
There are 2 exhibitions. So at 2nd Street Gallery, we have 2 gallery spaces, a main gallery space where the Charlottesville Black Arts Collective home show is on view, and then we have a smaller adjacent gallery where the Porch Portraits is on view.
Could you tell me more about the home show?
So Charlottesville Black Arts Collective, we've been together now for about 4 years. And with each one of our shows, we've tried to incorporate some aspect of the Black culture. So when we were putting our heads together for this show, we were thinking about what all that's happening in the world, but then we're also thinking about what it feels like to be home. Basically, we wanted the artists to interpret home as a physical space or cultural identity or an emotional state, just however that they felt home felt to them. There's photography, there's painting, there's fiber works, there's performance, there's drawing, and there's multimedia as well.
The Charlottesville Porch Portraits were taken during the first year of the pandemic. What was the inspiration behind showing them now?
I think the whole idea of showing this project was born out of the need for us to go and revisit what's happened 5 years ago, which we are all part of when we all were scared of other humans. It was a crazy time. And then looking back at that 5 years later and seeing how we have evolved as a community and how we get along now, how it is no longer taboo to be sitting next to someone. So really, it's a community conversation, so to say.
I always try to place shows next to one another that are having some sort of conversation, that they're not necessarily matchy-matchy, but they are, there is some sort of dialogue so that you can, come to the gallery and see both shows and really, take something larger away from it.
These shows have been up for a few weeks. What has the response been so far?
For home, the response has been amazing. We really wanted to create that home feeling. As a viewer, when you walk in, you'll walk into the foyer, and then you'll see the living room. And then as you walk back, you'll walk into the kitchen, and you'll pass the office. And we were very strategic in how we organized the art around that.
It's just been really fun watching everyone come in. Oh, I know this person. Oh, there I am. I know that person. And also seeing the change. Some of these kids, they were, really little or not even born. And just watching the families, how they've evolved over the time and seeing everyone's just been really excited coming into the show and finding everything. There's a lot of joy to it, but there's also, I've seen people come into the show and, they've gotten really emotional because this was a really difficult time. And to see, how we've evolved as a community and as individuals, it's really interesting. And I don't think everyone has really necessarily had time to process all of that. And this is sort of bringing back all of those emotions and everything.
Those photos have been on Instagram all these years, but to see them right in your faces in a different space where there are other families interacting with those photos at the same time as you're interacting with the photos. And just like Kristen said, watching families react to them. Now, this is not all joy, yay, we made it. There were a lot of people who are no longer with us. A lot of families that were together when we took those photos, and they're separated. There was a lot of emotions. And for me, this was not designed for people to come cry, but yes, keep those tears coming, because I was like, yes, they are interacting with this, the way I pictured it would be. It's wonderful.
Yeah, so come by and see the shows. We're open Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Both shows will be up at the 2nd Street Gallery until May 23rd. You can find more information at secondstreetgallery.org. Arts This Week is supported by the UVA Arts Council and Piedmont Virginia Community College. PVCC Arts presents a rich array of dance, music, theater, and visual arts programming. Learn more at pvcc.edu. For WTJU, this is Sage Tangway.